A global crash is coming, so should you be buying silver and gold to protect yourself? Hello everybody, welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I wanted to talk to you about a global crash having to do specifically with China's economy. Now this isn't exactly news in the fact that China's economy has been slowing. However, there have been more reports recently showing some data that is actually really showing that China's economy not only slowing, but it's actually heading in the direction of a recession. And what does that mean for us here in the United States and as a global community, specifically having to do with precious metals like silver and gold? I want to quickly jump into some of the recent reports to show you what exactly is happening with China and what does that mean for you in terms of buying silver and gold. So again, this isn't exactly groundbreaking information in the fact that China's economy was going to slow down at some point, but here we see as of July 26th, 2022, this report came out on Reuters saying that there is a concern, a crisis of confidence that's stifling China's economic recovery. We're seeing this going through major sectors throughout China's entire economy, from real estate, which makes up something like 27 or 30% of their overall economy, as well as consumer products, so on and so forth. But here it's saying that the private sector is bearing the brunt of the economic slowdown. Then also on Bloomberg, we see as of yesterday, yesterday, August 15th of 2022, China's surprise data could spell a recession. So there is some more information that came out showing that there is a slowdown, that the central bank in China actually adjusted rates to help combat their stifling economy. But what does this mean for us? Like I said, here in the United States, should you be concerned? I mean, we know that the global economy, everything is a lot more intertwined, and so you would feel the ripple effects if something were to happen, let's say, in a country outside of your own. But should you be concerned? As this article here says on Investopedia, recent happenings in China suggest that the Chinese economy, lauded for its rapid expansion over the past 30 years, is no longer what it used to be. Again, we're not surprised by this. With the slower than expected growth for the coming years, though, the world's second biggest economy could become more subject to pressures that other advanced economies have long had to contend with. As China continues to transition into having more aspects of market economy, it may be more exposed to the ups and downs of the normal business cycle. And though the world is becoming more financially intertwined, turmoil in one of the world's biggest economies may have short-term spillover effects, but still not pose any real threat to the economy's long-term prospects. So again, it's saying that even though we're seeing that this recession is going to occur, it's not necessarily going to cause a humongous problem that we're all going to have to deal with. This also is starting to spill over into the precious metals prices. We are seeing when a recession is looming that people start getting a little bit fearful. They might move out of one position, let's say in their stocks, and they might move into something like a safe haven like silver and gold. And so we are seeing a little bit more of an uptick in the precious metals prices, although however we do see again from day to day some prices of silver and gold, it will drop a little bit, come back up, but we are seeing an overall trend of a little bit more growth in silver and gold prices. So what does this mean again as it relates to buying precious metals to save yourself and to secure your wealth? Here on this website that I found, smartasset.com, again, all the links will be located in the description. It's saying that there are some things that you should do when a recession hits. Number one, it says to seek out core sector stocks. Skip over this. You could read it if you want. Number two, focus on reliable dividend stocks just to kind of give you some passive income. But, you know, in order to be getting some real passive income from dividends, you need to be invested in a lot of different companies with extreme positions to really kind of give you those dividend yields. Consider buying real estate, although we know that right now real estate is really, really expensive. So that is something that is a struggle for many people to even get into real estate in the first place. But right here, number four, purchase precious metal investments. So precious metals like gold or silver tend to perform well during market slowdowns. But since the demand for these kind of commodities often increases during recessions, their prices usually go up too. So with a recession looming, this is something that you would kind of want to start doing now, is start getting into gold and silver. And to kind of go into that a little bit further, this here was on this swissgold.edu website, or sorry, .eu website. What is the lesson here? Perhaps one self-evident lesson is that gold and silver are good investments for recessions. When global stocks plummeting, the prices of gold and silver did well, comparatively speaking, and this is talking about previous recessions. So these are some things that you want to definitely take into consideration when it comes to a looming recession. So now that we take a look, now that we looked at the recent headlines of China's economy and how that can affect us with a looming recession, how much silver and gold should you be buying? Should you be buying silver and gold? And I say this all the time, you should be buying silver and gold on a consistent basis. Now, I've said before too that I am stacking more gold and I'm not really stacking silver. The only silver that I am buying is the semi-numismatic stuff that can go up in value due to the collectability of it. And I've talked about that time and time again. There's a lot more returns on that type of stuff than other type of regular generic silver rounds and bars. But how much silver and gold should you have? I mean, a lot of experts say 10 to 15% of your overall net worth should be in precious metals. I have too much of my overall net worth put into precious metals, and I need to start actually stacking more cash, and this is something that I have been doing. One of the reasons that I want to have more cash, number one, that safety net, that peace of mind, which I do have in metals, but I also want to have it in cash because it's more liquid. But the main reason that I want to have more cash is if we are heading into a recession, which a lot of these analysts are saying. That means it could be a tremendous buying opportunity for stocks. Also, possibly if we are going to be in this real estate bubble that's supposedly going to eventually burst. I mean, at some point it's going to burst. They say it's going to burst. I want to be able to possibly be able to buy more real estate because that could open up another revenue stream, possibly for rental property. I also want to have more cash on hand so that way I could buy more silver and gold at lower rates should those opportunities present themselves. There's going to be people in the stacking community who are going to be moving their silver and gold for one thing or another. I have friends who have been selling their silver and gold recently because they want to buy another investment property. And there's people that want to free up some cash. And if you have cash on hand, money talks. If you have money and people know that you have money to buy precious metals, they're going to contact you. And for me, as a reseller, that's something that I also want to be able to do, is take advantage of those opportunities and be able to buy people's collections when the opportunities present themselves, because those collections, I go and I turn those for a profit. Silver and gold, you should be buying this stuff. Try to buy, even if it's a little bit, try to buy a little bit each month. Start getting ready because a lot of people are saying there's a looming recession coming. So you want to basically set yourself up for success and set yourself up to be ready in case of a recession. Have your money stacked and start buying that silver and gold. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, start buying silver and gold. And if you have been buying silver and gold I can't say that word. If you have been buying silver and gold consistently, then you want to make sure that you continue to do so. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below, what is it that you are doing to prepare for a recession? Do you buy more silver and gold, or are you actually starting to stack more cash? And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.